The process of writing that book for me started really with an idea for a television show. I wanted to incorporate all my spiritual experiences that I had or witnessed into a visual format. But soon I realized that I was not equipped to write a series, and I knew the pitfalls of writing screenplays, that they are always subject to whomever might be interested in helping you do them. I decided the book format would best serve my story. I knew the beginning, I knew the end, and I knew the journey of the main characters. However, having been an editor for 30 years in television, I handled story in a completely non-linear way, which means that I did not start necessarily at the beginning and go to the middle and make my way to the end. What I did is I used the characters in their position. What were their landmarks? What happens to them? The idea when you're writing is you make everybody think they're gonna turn right, and then when you get to the intersection, you turn left. If I had it in my head, I would write it and I would put it there and park it and get back to it later. It's like when you're making a movie or a TV program, they will bring you the footage that they shot that day, and they want you to assemble it as soon as possible so they can look at it. But in the timeline, you're gonna put it where it went, you know? It will say Act 2, Scene 5, and so you go put it in Act 2, Scene 5, and they look at it as a self-contained thing, knowing well what comes before and what will go after. So I wrote like that. And somebody asked me a very important question, of course, did you know the ending when you started? Of course. If you're going on a vacation and you don't know your destination, how are you going to get there? So that is the same principle. I knew how it would end. And now I'm in the sequel, and I know how it will end also. Although I already had the first half in a pretty linear way, because it is the consequence of the first book. So it's a little bit different, and it's a little bit quicker also. The only rule in show business is there are no rules. So that's what we have to work with.